I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down a city street while trying to put my mind at ease. Like finishing this melody, this feels like a necessity. So this could be the 10th of me, or maybe just a better me. Now come in with the Tiffany's and take a shot of Hennessy. I know I'm not there mentally, but you could be the remedy. So let me play my violin for you.
So, how did this all begin? Well, back when I was in high school, the whole project came to be from a Halloween costume idea. The idea in mind was to put Halloween candy in his coal bunker because the thought of candy in this coal bunker seemed kind of funny. As you can see though, it spiraled into a way bigger project than just some Halloween spooks and holding candy. It became a major passion project of mine, and to this day, I'm still adding stuff to it. Be it more faces or little details I forgot. So, how did it make him? The majority of what Thomas is made of is cardboard. The wheels and axles are made of wood, and the whole thing is covered top to bottom in colorful duct tape. The minority is a little details such as brass from the cab piping, box packaging for the coal, seasonal fall lights used for the firebox glow, and perhaps the most interesting part, I use for the cab a small Connect piece. There are many more small items I could list off, but we'd be here all day. Now then, has Thomas always looked like this? Not really. His chassis and his wheels have stayed relatively the same, excluding the look of the wheels, but everything else looked drastically different. This is Mark I Thomas, where, funnily enough, he is in his later depiction with a flat running board in the Christopher Osby books. This was where it all began. A little bit of touch and go over 2 years until I made the wheels and chassis. With the help of my stepdad, of course. It was also where I realized that not covering the whole thing in tape and using blue paper for large portions was a terrible idea. A very dumb idea on my part. That was when I didn't feel too happy with Thomas's overall body. It was then I decided to redo the body over again. Mark II had begun, with the sloped running board now added. I tried to see if the old smoke box would have worked, but then realized the rounded front wasn't very even. So I created a new, more even smoke box with a pair of faces to go with it. The whole body needed to be redone. The tanks, cab, and bunker weren't carried over from Mark I, but little details such as the buffer, safety valve, gauges, dome, funnel were carried over to Mark II, and of course the chassis and wheels. Speaking of the wheels, they've changed quite a bit with looks. At first, they looked like this, a design I knew would eventually change. Before I tried to change it, I added these Ertl-esque side rods. Okay, let's move on to the actual wheels now. I opted for a 3D look for the wheels, and that meant I had to do every single spoke for all 6 wheels. I don't need to tell you how much of a hassle this was. I used the crank pins from the same sized roll of cardboard as the buffer housings. Originally, the side rods were made of cardboard, but would prove to be inefficient. So, I used poster board instead, which was a bit stronger this time. At some point, somehow, I want to give him flanged wheels, but that might be a thing for another long-distant project. Perhaps to make him run, maybe? Then finally, we moved on to the most challenging part of this project. The cab interior. Using so many pictures from ruler photos and still shots from the original episodes, I tried my best to replicate the cab interior to the best of my feeble-minded ability. One day, I want to make a replica of the close-up model Thomas using accurate measurements and materials, but this will do for now. But the best part of having Thomas, with all this cab interior stuff and all this little tiny bits and stuff inside the cab, is hiding little mementos of stuff that I treasure. I have a plaque with my grandfather's handwriting on it, in honor of him, which is also in honor of Brit. And I also have a little flower that my fiance gave to me during high school. And I cherish all these very much. I think it goes without saying that I would not be who I am here today without the friends, the family, and the love of my life that I've had along the way to help me through this journey. And I appreciate each and every one of them. And I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around, even though I haven't uploaded in a couple years. I admit it. I admit that my update video that I had posted a while ago is very dated. I'm very sorry. That was also unscripted. But this one was partially scripted, but the recording here now isn't. Because I have a feeling that I need to have this part unscripted. But I just want to appreciate each and every one of y'all that have followed me along this crazy journey, all this stuff that's happened throughout the years, and the life that I'm going to start after I marry the love of my life. And I'm hoping that I can bring y'all along with us on this amazing journey that I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun with. And hopefully I can do some more stuff on here as well. I have 2 models that I'm planning to make a video on, and you are going to love one of them for sure. Well, for sure, because it's a special one. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you to everyone that has been going along with this journey with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!